For the longest time, bandits in Zamfara operated with impunity and seemed untouchable. However, they are now gradually feeling the impact of Nigerian forces as they are no longer bold enough to terrorize the people. They used to confidently lay traps, plant bombs, block roads, and vanish into the forest, without a doubt that nothing could get to them. The incident in Chaf local government area was neither a chance occurrence nor a result of continuous shooting. It was a strategic military operation that sent shockwaves among the bandits across the northwest. The fear that was caused in the deep forest has now been turned to nothing. As per the official Nigerian Air Force accounts and confirmed reports, a precision airstrike destroyed the major IED manufacturing site that bandits used. It is not a hideout, nor a temporary camp, but a place where the bomb making, storage, and distribution for attacks on innocent people and security. For months, communities around T-Safe lived with daily anxiety. Roads became death zones. Farming routes turned into ambush corridors. Vehicles were destroyed. Explosions did not come from nowhere. The Nigerian Air Force knew this. On Sunday, the 28th of December, 2025, acting on intelligence gathered from multiple sources, fighter jets were deployed with a single objective: cut the problem from the root. They were not searching blindly through the forest. They were moving with precision. The aftermath of the explosions were only but days away for months. People around Chaf anxiously waited for these blasts to happen almost every day, and thus they lived in fear. Traveling routes became literally death traps, as those were the areas where most killings happened. Farming routes, which were once areas for cultivation, turned into corridors for ambush. Vehicles were destroyed and people died. Those explosions did not come from nowhere. The Nigerian Air Force knew this. Fighter jets were sent out on Sunday, the 28th of December, 2025, with only one goal in mind after verifying the intelligence from different sources: cut the problem from the root. They were not searching blindly through the forest. They were moving with precision. There were the two places chosen. First was Toba Hill. That is a very important place for bandits to hide, move, and plan their activities. It was clearly pinpointed through surveillance that there was a lot of movement around a big structure that people thought was used as a command center. The airstrike on the place was quick and exactly hitting the mark. The structure did not survive. The second place was a camp in the book of Kachalla Dogo Sule. It was found to be a major source of the manufacture of explosive devices that were used in the Dansadomagami axis. This was where the real damage happened. When the first missile landed, the violence did not cease. There were a series of secondary explosions that followed, and they were so powerful that they illuminated the forest and burned for hours. This event confirmed to the military analysts exactly what the intelligence had indicated beforehand. A large quantity of explosives and volatile materials were stored in the site. The camp was left in ruins. Bandits who were operating in the camp were eliminated immediately. The production line that was used to make roadside bombs, which were causing harm to innocent people in the region, was closed within a very short time. At present, a lot of people on the internet are inquiring about Bello Turji. There is no official announcement that he was at the location. However, here is the truth. These organizations operate through shared supply chains. They trade in products, knowledge, and weapons. When a major factory is shut down, every network that is linked to it will be affected. The terror that is spreading in the forest is not about one person. It is about coming out into the open. The realization that even the most secure hideouts are no longer invisible. The timing of the strike was instrumental. It hit forcibly only a few moments before the groups were actually going to resume their attacks after the holidays. The heralds of 2026 plagues lay plans in the underground cells, but those plans have already been crushed under debris and dust for villagers who saw smoke rising from the forest. The message was very clear. The government is not giving up without a fight. For families who have been through a kidnapping and blocked roads and constant threats, this operation was like a breath of fresh air. in a suffocating place. Nevertheless, caution must still be exercised. History points out that when criminal gangs lose their supply lines, they sometimes behave in an unpredictable way. Having less access to explosives might make them choose kidnappings and raids as activities to which they will direct their attempts to regain resources. That is the reason why pressure, most of all, must be kept up continuously. The Nigerian Air Force has declared that coordination with ground troops under Operation Fansan Yamma will be sustained to that end. They are on the lookout for those fighters who might have escaped the airstrikes and are now on foot. Dominance in the air without any further steps is not sufficient. The secret of success lies in the follow-through. What cannot be overlooked is the importance of this very moment. Every bomb that is dismantled is one less path that will not result in bloodshed. Every facility that is eliminated is a delay or prevention of the next attack. Every accomplishment in operations reinforces the belief that intelligence is getting better and that there is more tightening of accountability. This is not the end of banditry. However, it is evidence that the era of absolute freedom of movement inside the forests is coming to an end. I want to hear from you now. Do you think this operation is a turning point for security in Zamfara, or will these groups just move and rebuild elsewhere? What is your reaction when you see the Air Force strike so accurately? Let's hear your thoughts. If you think that stories like this should be known by more people, then help the channel by sharing the video, subscribing, liking, and standing with those who are protecting our communities. Progress starts when these terrorists lose their hiding place. And as always, stay in motion, my people.